Hey everybody, I am Phoenix Tremaine, and this is my review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 5, Episode 10, Off the Hook. Now, I guess because at the end of the episode, Walter and Kenya go fishing and break up, then that's why it's called Off the Hook. Otherwise, this episode was not off the hook. It wasn't all that. It was okay. It was alright. Alright, we'll get into it. Now, Nene reveals that she found out that Bryson's girlfriend was pregnant. 6 months into her pregnancy, Bryson didn't want her to know that he got a girl pregnant. And she looks pissed. She cannot hide it from the camera. She looks like he slapped her in the face with a dick and she didn't like it. This was just not her moment. I don't even think it was that she didn't want to be a grandmother, as she calls it now, grandmother. And probably in her confessional, it's the best I've ever seen Nene in 5 seasons of Real Housewives. She finally looks like a rich bitch. So that was really good. Nene actually called the baby an it. You know, during her conversation, I had to rewind. Did she just call the baby an it? But she's not happy with Bryson. Bryson's always getting in trouble, locked up, now unmarried with the baby. Just no good press for her. And she whipped the baby out for the camera. The baby is really pretty. Briasia, I think her name is, something like that. Briasia, black folk name. And that was basically it. She's getting acclimated to being a grandmother and trying her best not to jump across the screen and punch Bryson in the face, because that's what she looked like she wanted to do. And obviously they don't communicate or talk because you can just tell from the body language and everything. He just came there to get a Real Housewives of Atlanta check for being on the episode, and that's her present to him as a grandmother or grandmother of here. Now you can buy your baby some diapers. Riley, Candy, and Todd had some family time, and it was nice to see, and everyone looked genuinely happy. But Todd, once again, my gaydar just went up there somewhere to start signaling and screaming. And my note is, when he's like, everything takes time. Oh, where did that voice come from? Candy, I hope it's just my radar being broken, because I love you. I think you're a great girl. I wish you come out with a better album. I didn't like the one you came out with, and I think a lot of people didn't either. You need to do some real music. That, I don't know what that album was. But Kenya, which I dubbed this as Fake Time, talks with her aunt about Walter. And she does some fake ass crying. I don't know if she had some Visine hidden in that napkin, if she had an onion hidden in that. I didn't see not one tear. I'm a producer. I've been doing productions for, I guess, 20 years now. And Lord knows, I know when an actor needs to cry, can't. All the tricks, all the fake, because that bitch was trying to get a tear out. Oh, that bitch was trying to get a tear out. And Bravo, Real Housewives of Atlanta, if she had one tear stream down, they would have zoomed on a fucking tear so fast. Bitch couldn't pull it out. Sorry, you get no Emmy this episode. Portia and Candy go furniture shopping. And I'm really, really starting to like Portia because she's a dumbass bitch who's really smart. Why is Portia smart? Because she did not get a prenup. That makes Cordell dumb as shit. almost as dumb as Kim Kardashian, as Kanye West for getting Kim Kardashian pregnant. Okay, and we all know Portia and Cordell look like their marriage is forever. But Portia, being the wife of a man that has some money, was talking about how she goes to the furniture store and she doesn't even want to look at the receipt. She doesn't even want to know how much it costs. She just points. And, I guess the bill goes to Cordell or their account or whatever. So she doesn't even want to know how much things cost. Where Candy's looking at her like, you dumb bitch. Are you like 16? What's wrong with you? This is not a smart thing to do. But, because Candy, she want to know where her money going. She want to know how much she's spending. Candy's on her shit. That's why I love Candy. That's why I hope Todd is straight bi. And if he's bi, he just switched to the other side. And he's going to stick around there for a while. And Portia claimed that if she got divorced, she'd be like Tina Turner. She'd only want her name. When it was all said, no, bitch. Do you really think a woman who doesn't even want a receipt will not want any money when all is said and done? When we know the bitch was a video model, tooting her ass up in the air, being a video vixen. So you whipped that pussy on Cordell nice and good. He gave you a ring after Valentine's Day a week later because he didn't want to make you happy by doing it on Valentine's Day. And, you ended up getting married to a guy with a lot of money without a prenup. Where Candy is like, no, I'm getting a prenup. That's all to it. Is when things go sour, people, they hit you in your pocket. And she ain't feeling that. And I agree with her. Candy's a very smart businesswoman. Also, there's an interesting thing. Like I said, I'm a producer. So there's things I notice, especially in reality TV, where the production will add something in. And you'll hear, if you rewind and look at that episode again at the end, where Candy talks about going to Nene's going away party that Cynthia's giving, is a voiceover. So, and it's a bad voiceover. They cut away and they stuck that in. I mean, I don't even think it was necessary because, they all show up at everything any fucking way. So, anyway, that was interesting. That was just, when productions are good, you don't notice lighting, you don't notice sound, you don't notice music, unless it's exceptional, But when something's bad, it just kind of stands out to you, like, especially for me, who comes from the production side. Nene and Cynthia take the baby, Briasia, to go shopping for baby clothes, and Nene is obviously has all this animosity. Her body language is saying, get this thing away from me, I don't want this baby, he should have never had this baby. Her mouth is saying, oh, let's get the baby some clothes, it's so cute. Nene's like, she made him get a paternity test. Whoever Bryson's baby mama is, she's smart. She knew better than to cheat on him, knowing that if she pop a baby out by him, she's going to get some money some kind of way, whether it's a Bravo check, whether it's from Nene. She knows that baby going to be taken care of one way or the other. So, yeah, that bitch kept her legs closed. Good for you. But Nene is not happy about the baby, and she said that she wasn't going to make she wasn't going to make a major announcement about it because it wasn't her baby, But I promise you this: if it was her other son, the one she actually has pride in, if he had a baby, even if it was 16, 18, Bryson's like 21. It's not like he had a kid at like 16, but if that kid had a baby, which I don't think he'll be doing that anytime soon, but if he had a baby, I think Nene would actually be like, oh, look at my grandkid. Oh, look, let's put him on a magazine. Let's go on People magazine and take a picture. This is my new grand. That's how Nene would do. But Bryson, I think he's burnt every bridge he could possibly do with her. Then we get Kenya boxing photo shoot, which I actually saw these pictures a couple of weeks ago, and they turned out really good. Sometimes when Kenya's on the show, she's ugly as shit to me. I mean, she just, I don't know, does she look like a horse? It ain't Beyonce, but we'll talk about that later. But sometimes she just looks like a horse with too much hair. I don't know. And then other times she looks like a model, like a supermodel. Like, I could see Kenya making a lot of money on the runway. But she's just, so it's like, she's like this, and you're like, damn, she's pretty. And she's like this, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? Where'd that pretty girl go? And then she turns back around, it's like, ooh, there she is. And then she's like, ooh, and then you're like, bitch don't have two good sides. She only got one. So that photo shoot surprised me because she looked really good, and there was lots of different pictures for the Crave magazine. And obviously, me being me, I'm throwing these pictures up for you to see and enjoy. My girl Candy, who I love to death and hope Todd is straight, and you know that family picture they present on the show today is real, and she'll get her ring and she'll spend the next 30, 40, 50 years with him. But she came in and brought Kenya her present, her vibrator. Even though Kenya said plural presents, maybe it was more than one toy because she said toys, you know. So, you know, but she whipped out that vibrator and it looked like she's going to have some fun with it. But the bag, you know, the symbol on it, like, I don't catch these things quite often. But, you know, I guess that's Candy's logo, and I actually thought that was good marketing for Candy. Because Candy, she's letting everybody know I'm a dildo maker, and I'm going to get it right. And Greg and Nene, it's just a little bit more of them trying to build up that Greg and Nene is back together, and it's all happiness and goodness and drinking out the wine glasses from their wedding and blah, blah, blah. But Nene's getting ready to go to LA and she's stressed out. Yeah, moving on. Aiden gets a bath and for that little break they do in between the commercials. And it made me realize that there was no Phaedra or Apollo all episode. I was like, whoa, Phaedra. Oh, yeah, there is another housewife. So, you know, out of sight, out of mind. Phaedra just kind of disappeared this episode. And then, finally, we had Nene's going away party, which Kenya announced that people confuse her for Beyonce all the time. She had hundreds of people at the inauguration thinking she's Beyonce. Beyonce sang at the inauguration. Right? I mean, I kind of remember Beyonce singing at the inauguration. So, I don't think anyone would have, you know, misinterpreted Kenya for Beyonce. Maybe some drunk person or something. But seeing that Beyonce was at the inauguration, I'm sure anyone who's interested in Beyonce would have saw her dress, Jay-Z, something. And no, bitch, you just look like you lying. Don't do that. And then this party had no drama. None. It made me miss Kim. I wanted Kim to come in and say something out of pocket so that Nene could be like, you know, nah, bitch, this is my party, and you gonna get your fuck out. We got none of that. And we didn't get Portia and Kenya. There was tension there, but, you know, nothing happened. They even had them sitting next to each other. Thanks, producers. But nothing kicked off. And the guys, they love each other, all, you know, drinking and doing their thing. You know, Gator did not go off. But I'm just saying, the guys love it when they get a break from these women. No drama at the party. So the episode ended with my note is fake assness. Because that's Walter and Kenya. We all know the truth. It leaked out online, like everything leaks out online. They weren't together. It's all an act. So it's almost painful to watch in this episode the aunt and Kenya talking about some shit that ain't real. That's why she can't cry. And then we get this fishing trip, and Walter is pissed in real life. I don't know if he found out that Kenya was telling people he was gay, which he denies. Gaydar has not gone off. You know, he's fucking bitches all over Atlanta, making sure everybody know, and that was his reputation before that. You know, and Walter is pissed. I don't know what this bitch said, what this bitch did, but she ain't ready for it. She ain't ready for it because Walter is just all up in her shit. And I could read her mind. My psychic powers have returned. And she's thinking to herself, this is my fucking show. What is this motherfucker doing? Except she used the N-word. I didn't use the N-word. And she's like, what is this motherfucker doing? This is my show. I'm supposed to be, like, dumping his ass. I'm supposed to be all up in his shit. You know, I'm telling him I'm up in the shower and I'm all lathered up and you don't touch me. And he's like, nah, bitch. I'm supposed to tell you when it's time to fuck me? And I'm like, Kenya's eyes go like this. And I'm just laughing my ass off because that is, you know, the fake assness mixed with reality. You know, so I don't know if Walter wants to go out strong on the show. I don't know if he's going to come back after this episode because they broke up. You know, but that was pretty much the episode. There wasn't a whole lot going on in my opinion. It was definitely some fake ass shit. You know, fake. But, I'm going to tell you, now that Atlanta Housewives review is over, I hope you go to my other review. I'm doing, you'll see the link below. I'm doing my good shows are back. Woo-hoo-hoo! Revenge is back. Once Upon a Time is back. Lost Girl is back. If you don't know shit about Lost Girl, you fucked up. You know, it's a Canadian show that they're now showing on Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi is a season behind, so season 2 is starting in America, but season 3 is just started, you know, in Canada or whatever. But I know how to get the Canada episodes. And Lost Girl is about a succubus who's kind of like a superhero that fucks everybody and has threesomes, and she has a in a triangle with a lesbian girlfriend, and she's got a couple of guys who's trying to fuck her, and you know the only way she can heal is by fucking. This is my kind of show. So she fight the bad guys, gets beat up, and then she needs some dick to heal. I'm not joking. That's what the show. That's what they do. That's some shit I would write. That's some shit I would write. You know, the only way to heal is to get some dick. Woo. Oh man, you probably haven't experienced my writing, or else you know that I do all that kind of shit. You know, not porn or nothing, but I just come up with some off the wall type shit. But also, NBC has this new show, Deception, with me. And of course, it's just NBC's copying off of Revenge. So I'm going to do a dual review. Even though Deception comes on tonight, which is Monday. You know, it's debuted online last week. But I'm going to review them together. So, you know, it's a good time. And hopefully you'll also get to see my acting debut on my show called The Stalker Files, where I actually have finally acted for the first time, and I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'm going to do it again tomorrow, because we film again on Tuesday, and I'm going to throw in some clips from the Stalker Files, because at one point, you know, I'm acting, you know, I'm the innkeeper, blah, 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 you'll see, and then in another one, I'm like the killer. So, so I'll show you that too. And just having fun. So follow me, subscribe to me, Twitter, Facebook. My webpage is www.myhotzonetv.com. And that's where you'll be able to see the Stalker Files, my show Everyday Fitness for Everyday People, as well as soon you'll see my soap opera, Thirsty, and all these other shows I have in the works. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Click on my links. I may do another gossip segment this week. If I do, you'll see the link for that. It's been a light gossip week, other than like Frank Ocean, getting his dick sucked while he's driving, smoking weed, and getting pulled over. Other than that, not a whole lot else happened. But we'll see. So click on my links, check out my videos, and I will talk to you soon.